In the 1980s, many different fashions became popular for wearing on the street, in the office, and for evenings out. One of the biggest street fashions was the shell suit, a brightly coloured tracksuit that zipped down the front and came in lightweight materials that were shiny and perfect for dancing. Wearing a headband was also considered fashionable during the 1980s, especially when pop stars began to wear them. Large-sized T-shirts with slogans printed on them were also popular, as were sunglasses with brightly coloured or speckled frames. For going out in the evening, women preferred to wear jackets with shoulder pads and wide belts, often in pastel colours. Younger women liked to wear their hair big and frizzy, while some men preferred to have their hair permed. Music and fashion were often linked together in the 1980s. Pop stars like Madonna and Boy George and his band Culture Club changed the way many young people wanted to dress. For Madonna fans, bangles and beads were popular, and for Culture Club fans, braided hair, long coats and makeup was the style to be seen in. Even the boys joined in with wearing makeup. In 1991, old-style communists attempted a takeover of the government of the Soviet Union. Gorbachev was able to stop this, but it was now clear that he did not have the support of the people. Finally, on New Year's Eve 1991, the Soviet Union itself collapsed, and Boris Yeltsin took over from Mikhail Gorbachev as the president of the new nation of Russia. There were huge celebrations in Moscow, Russia's capital. Statues of old communist leaders were torn down, and the Russian flag was hung up on buildings everywhere. Other countries which had been part of the Soviet power, he made many changes in the way the government controlled the people. Gorbachev hoped that by allowing the citizens more freedom, he could change and strengthen the Soviet system. For the first time in many years, people were allowed to criticize the government without fear of being arrested. He allowed the Soviet people to select their own local leaders, and they rejected the communist politicians in huge numbers. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 10, 1989, was a sign that the control the Soviet Union had over other countries was coming to an end. Encouraged by this, other East European countries decided to remove their leaders from power. The Queen in 1977, meeting people on a tour of the country to celebrate her Silver Jubilee, 25 years on the throne. Across the country, local people held street parties. Children sat and ate at tables placed in the middle of roads blocked off to traffic. People danced and even the police joined in with the celebrations. Streets were draped in red, white and blue bunting. Pubs changed their name to mark the occasion, and Union Jack cakes were baked too.